Neither are cold the police today, though, as Underwood's first pass is completed, caught by Channing Goodwin. Earlier this day, high North Carolina, after a couple of years with the Tar Heels, explosive offense. Yearly jump offense. They're in the long situation for him. Better pocket this time. His first deep throw down the seam. And intentions for Goodwin.
Wonderful running back going into the season.
You got anything special lined up here for the blue team? Any tricks that we need to be aware of here?
We have a couple tricks up our sleeve, just look.
He was committed to LSU. He was from Detroit. Then at the last second, boom, Michigan flips the #1 QB in America. But this wasn't just recruiting. It was personal. It was NIL. It was calculated. Meet Bryce Underwood. Not just a quarterback, the #1 quarterback in the entire country. 6'3", 205, built like a prototype. Raw talent, pure poise. A future written in bold. From Belleville, Michigan, where Friday nights meant one thing, Bryce. He was already a local legend before he even had a license. Dominating varsity defenses at 15. State titles? Stacked. 5-star rating? Locked in. Rocket for an arm. Laser vision. Elite footwork. Cold composure. That it factor everyone talks about? He was the definition. By junior year, college scouts weren't just watching. They were obsessed. Whispers turned to headlines. Best QB prospect since Trevor Lawrence. Every major program wanted him. The SEC called. The Big Ten flew in. The ACC camped out. Coaches weren't just recruiting him, they were pitching dreams. But Bryce, he wasn't just a football player, he was a brand. Social media buzzing 24/7. Highlight reels melting timelines. Fan accounts, hype pages, even Sports Center couldn't resist. Bryce Underwood wasn't just trending, he was moving culture. So when it came time to commit, you'd think, Michigan? Hometown hero arc? Michigan State? Right down the road? Nope, Bryce shocked the world. He was all in, on LSU. That January 2023, Bryce Underwood made his decision public. He was committing to LSU. Just like that, the Tigers landed the biggest name in high school football. They won the sweepstakes. And the reaction? It was massive. LSU fans flooded social media with celebration posts. TikTok lit up with highlight edits, reactions, and countdowns. This was the news of the day, maybe the year. People started throwing around comparisons immediately. LSU just got their next Joe Burrow. And from the outside, it made perfect sense. LSU was a top-tier program with a proven track record. They had recent national championships, an elite coaching staff, and a clear pipeline to the NFL. Head coach Brian Kelly was on a roll, landing one 5-star after another. Adding Bryce was just another step toward building something special. So, for months, the path was clear. Bryce Underwood was going to Baton Rouge. He would join the SEC, face the biggest competition in college football, and potentially become LSU's next superstar. It seemed locked in. But quietly, behind the scenes, Michigan fans didn't say much at first. They stayed quiet. But make no mistake, they weren't sleeping. They knew exactly who Bryce Underwood was. Homegrown talent. Detroit-made, built for the big stage. And in their eyes, he was always meant to wear the winged helmet. The maize and blue faithful waited. Not with noise, but with belief. They were patient, because they trusted their program. And they knew Michigan had something brewing. It wasn't just about football. It went deeper than stats and rankings. It was about identity, vision, legacy. LSU was offering tradition, trophies, titles, history. But Michigan, they were offering transformation. While LSU leaned into their past success, Michigan was focused on building the future. And they saw that future with Bryce Underwood at the center. In early 2024, something shifted. Bryce made another visit to Ann Arbor. No press conference, no big announcement, just him. January 6th, 2024. Just a few days into the new year, the college football world was quiet. No rumors, no leaks, no flip talk. Then suddenly, Bryce Underwood goes live. No warning, no build-up, just him, straight to the point. And he drops a bomb. He's flipping his commitment. Bryce Underwood is going to Michigan. Boom. In an instant, Wolverine Nation erupts. social media explodes. Fans light up timelines with "Go Blue" chants, reaction videos, and highlight clips. LSU fans, completely stunned. Not angry, just shocked. They didn't see it coming. Recruiting analysts and insiders, scrambling to rewrite their rankings, flip stories, and predictions. This wasn't just another commitment change. The biggest quarterback flip since Arch Manning stunned the world with Texas. But this one had a different feel, a new layer, because in 2024, recruiting isn't just about football anymore. It's about brand, value, long-term impact. And in Bryce's case, this flip was powered by NIL. Not just the money, the structure, the vision, the control, because this wasn't a bag chase. This was a power move. Michigan didn't come in waving cash. They weren't selling flashy offers or overnight paychecks. They weren't promising fast money. They were promising smart money, a plan, a structure, NIL with vision, NIL with purpose. This wasn't just about getting Bryce a few endorsement deals. It was about positioning him for long-term success, on and off the field. They offered more than a check. They offered preparation, brand development workshops, media and interview training. Bryce wasn't being treated like just another top recruit. He was being shaped like a business leader. One insider put it best: they treated Bryce like a CEO, not a recruit. And that, right there, was the difference. LSU offered flash, instant hype, national stage, that SEC shine. Michigan offered foundation, structure, longevity, a future built to last. And Bryce, he chose foundation, because for the first time in modern recruiting history, this wasn't just about playing time, playbooks, or tradition. This was about ownership, control, building something with his name on it, not just wearing someone else's. Bryce took control of his career before he ever stepped on a college field. And when he made that call, the internet absolutely detonated. Instagram Reels flooded. Twitter, full-on meltdown. YouTube, reaction videos dropping every hour. The hype machine went wild. Bryce to Michigan wasn't just breaking news. It was a cultural reset. And just like that, every top recruit in the country was watching, because Bryce didn't just flip schools, he flipped the game. He showed the blueprint. In the old world, you played for a logo. In the NIL era, you become one. And Bryce, he just became the face of Michigan football 2.0. He didn't just commit to a campus. He committed to a vision, a Detroit kid, a quarterback of the future, a CEO of his own brand, all before senior prom. This is the Bryce Underwood NIL saga, and this is just the beginning. Like, comment, subscribe, because the next flip might be even crazier.